Hey guys, this is Isha Kaushik and you are watching Gramisha with Isha. So, before we begin, let me ask you a question. Do you ever have a conversation with your friends and you just get confused and don't know how to lead the conversation and you just end up feeling humiliated before them? So, for instance, you're trying to make a sentence to lead a conversation and don't know how to frame a sentence or don't know how to lead a conversation. Don't worry, guys, I got your back. And here in Gramisha, I will build your morale and I will help you learning advanced grammar and make it a cakewalk for you. So, let's get started. So, guys, don't think that I'm going to tell you the basic rules of the grammar. For example, the rules of the tenses. No. Can you see highlighted words? I am definitely going to introduce with the tenses today, but I'm not going to tell you the very basic rules because I know most of the people know this. Going to introduce with the tenses today, but I'm not going to tell you the very basic rules because I know most of the people know this, but they don't know how to use it further and make sentences and lead a conversation. So let's look at the next slide. Yes, so today we are going to do tenses and we are going to do the basic difference between present simple and present continuous tense. You know the rules? I do, I'm doing. See, I've given the example here. The very part A of the tenses is present simple tense. We use present simple tense in following situations. The situations are given here, guys. Look at the situations. The very first is present simple tense. You all are very much aware of the present simple tense and you know how to make sentences. But do you know when to use the sentences? So, such sentences are used in the following situations. What situations? Situations which are always true, situations that exist now. And the very third situation is, as far as we know, will go indefinitely. That the situations we are very much sure about, that it will be there in future too.
For instance, I've already introduced you with the situations. Now, let me demonstrate the situations mentioned above in the next slide.
For example, it takes me 5 minutes to get to school. So this is always true that it actually takes him 5 minutes to get to the school daily. It could be 7 minutes or it could be 4 minutes sometimes. It could be 10 minutes too. But this is true that it takes him this particular time to get him to the school. And the next situation is that trees grow more quickly in summer than in winter. This is also true. This is true, guys. See, you cannot change it. This is a universal truth that trees actually grow more quickly in summer. And Liz plays the violin brilliantly. This is also true that she plays it brilliantly. People witnessed it. Next slide. Now, let's have a comparison here. Comparison of present simple with present continuous. So, present continuous sentences are basically used in the cases that I've mentioned here. So to talk about particular actions or events that have begun but not have ended yet. You know, even while speaking, the situation is still going on. That is present continuous. In the earlier part we have done, the situation, it is universal. See, the situation, it happens daily. It's not that while speaking it is happening. But in present continuous, the situation is happening even while speaking and has not ended yet. For instance, the car isn't starting again. It means that the guy has put in his efforts to start the car, but the car isn't starting, right? Let's look at the next example. Who are you phoning? I'm trying to get through John. See, this is the answer to the question. That is, who are you phoning? So he's still phoning and he's still trying to get through to John. Next, the shop is so inefficient that many customers are taking their business elsewhere. That the shop existing there in a particular locality, it has many customers that are taking their business elsewhere. It means that the shop is still there but not working well.
And this is the current situation of the shop.
Next. See, let's look at some other examples, guys. Time expressions, anything which we are expressing in time also falls under the category of present continuous. For example, have you done the shopping? I'm just going. That it's still going on. The action is there. Look at the notice, guys. I'm gonna highlight it. Notice the action or event may not be going at the time of speaking. For example, the police are talking to a number of people about the robbery. See, the situation has already been done in the past, but the police are inquiring about the situation and they're talking to people pertaining to the robbery that has happened in the past. So, this is actually expressing time. So, guys, we often use time expressions such as at the moment, at present, currently, just, just as also used in the sentence mentioned above. See, have you done the shopping? I'm just going. So just has also used here to represent present continuous, to represent that it's still going on. And also still. See, I have also used the word still many a times in front of you guys. Next. Now, let's compare the two, simple present and present continuous. We use the present simple to talk about habits, things that happen on a regular basis, right? For example, I leave at 7:30 most days. See, this is the habit. It represents that a thing which goes on regular basis, which is regular. We have done it earlier also. We have done it in the very first slide also. Let me show you the slide. It takes me 5 minutes to get to school. It is something which is on regular basis that he goes to school daily, right? Let's get back to our current slide. I leave at 7:30 most days. That see, this is something which happens on regular basis to me. That I leave at 7:30 only. Next example is each July we go to Turkey for a holiday. See, this is also something which is regular. That every July of the year, he goes to Turkey for a holiday. So this is simple present. Next is present continuous. However, when we describe repeated actions or events that are happening at or around the time of speaking, we use present continuous. For an instance, why are you jumping up and down? See, this is something which is happening at or around the time. This is happening now. So is being asked that why the guy is jumping up and down. Because this is happening in front of whosoever has asked. Next example, let's look at the next example. So I'm hearing a lot of good reports about your works these days. This is also present continuous because the guy is still hearing of somebody's reports, of good reports. Let's look at the next slide, guys. Now we can use both to describe something that we regularly do at a particular time. Yeah, this is also true that we can use both the types at a particular time. For example, we usually watch the news on TV at 9. You can also say that we start watching at 9. This is something which happens on regular basis, but still we are using ing with the verb here. We are using it as a present continuous. The next example, we are usually watching the news on TV at 9, or you can say we are already watching at 9. All sentences are correct. You can use any of them. So let's move on to next slide. Yes, present continuous for temporary situations. We use present continuous to imply that a situation is or may be temporary. Let's compare. Bank lends money to make profit. This is what usually happens in banks. That banks lend money to make profit. They lend money. This is what usually happens. So this is in present simple. Now, when we say banks are lending more money these days to encourage business to expand, so this implies a temporary arrangement. They are meant to lend money to make profit. Now, this situation is temporary. Now they want to expand their business, so they are lending more money. This is something which is temporary now. Let's look at the next. I hope you all are getting me. And if you see, guys, if there is any problem to you are not getting anything, you may comment down below. What all sort of problems you have faced, or if you didn't like the way I'm teaching, I can definitely change it. I can use another way. I can use easier way. Let's look at the next example. She teaches maths in a school in Bonn. So this is permanent arrangement, that this is a work. This is something which is regular. She's in their maths. Now, she's teaching maths in a school. Now, when we say that she's teaching maths, it means that maybe the maths teacher is absent and she's been teaching nowadays mathematics in school. So this implies that this is not or may not be permanent, right? She's teaching maths. It means that the maths teacher is absent and joined a particular class to teach mathematics. Now let's move on to next slide. Now, using the present simple with verbs that perform the action they describe. So, hope you all are aware of the action verbs, right? So, we have a few verbs here. Let's look at the verbs first, then I'll give you the examples of such verbs. We have verbs like, first of all, this admit, refuse, accept, acknowledge, advise, apologize, assume, deny, guarantee, hope, inform, predict, promise, recommend, suggest, suppose, warn. Sometimes these sort of verbs are called performative verbs as well. Let me give you a few examples of this. I admit I can't see as well as I used to. There is an admission here. Admission of what? That she cannot see. And even earlier she couldn't see. This is something which is used in a present simple. See, she cannot see. This is the situation of her present or even of her past. But here, a present simple form of verb is used. That is, I admit. The next example is, I refuse to believe that he didn't know the car was stolen. Now here, it's a refusal. There was an admission. There was an admitting of something. But here, it's a refusal to believe that he didn't know the car was stolen, that he was not aware that the car was stolen. So here he is refusing, but he has used the verb in present simple tense.
Look here, guys, in these two sentences, there is an admission as well as a refusal. So, here simple present has been used with the verbs which are performating verbs. Still, they are performing. It is showing present continuous, but the sentence or the words that have been used are in simple present form. So, this can also be used.
It seems present continuous. We can use such verbs in present simple form also. I've already introduced you all with the performative verbs. Now let's look at modals with performative verbs to make what we say more tentative or polite way. So we use even modals. We use modals with performative verbs to make the sentence more polite. I would advise you, for example, I would advise you to arrive 2 hours before the flight leaves. So here he is not requesting, but he's advising a person, but in a very polite manner. So we have used modals with the performative verb and used it in a simple present tense. This is what you have to pay attention to. Next example, I'm afraid I have to inform that your application for funding has been turned down. Here in the next example, guy could also have used, or he could also have framed the sentence like, I am afraid to inform you that, but he has used I have here. He has used modal here to make it or to present the situation in a more polite manner. Right? I'm afraid I have to inform you that your application for funding has been turned down. See, he was afraid to inform that, but he has used the modal to make it more polite. Let's look at the next slide, guys. So here is an exercise for you that you have to do. What you all have to do, let me tell you, but you have to do it all on your own because I've already introduced you with both the tenses in front of you, that is present simple and present continuous. So what you have to do is you have to use lambda to fill in the sentences if you feel like, and you have to use present simple and present continuous tense with the verb and complete the sentences. First one I've done for you. Rests you have to done on your own. Let's look at the next exercise, guys. Complete these texts with one of these sets of verbs using each verb once only, and you have to choose that in which tense you have to complete the sentences. And you can use lambda if you feel like adding something, like I have added in the very first example. Now the last one for you for the day. You have to complete the sentences with the verbs. Verbs have given here. Now you have to decide whether present continuous would come or present simple tense would come. Complete the sentence. If both are possible, you can write both of them and consider the difference in meaning. You can also use lambda here to add any words outside the space. Guys, this was it for today. And let me also tell you that from tomorrow onwards, I'll also get additionals for you guys. Like, for example, I can get vocabulary words or anything that is actually beneficial for you guys and would definitely benefit you in future. So this was it for today, and we'll meet you in the next video. So stay tuned. And guys, one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the like button if you really liked it, and you can also hit the dislike button if you didn't like it. And if you have any suggestions for me, see guys, this is my first video, so I need your support, and I also need to know what is to be added and what is to be cut out. Shab Khair, Alvida, bye bye, Namaskar. We'll meet you tomorrow in the next video. Stay tuned. Thank you.